folks, it's me again. You know, this is going to be a separate video. I picked up a, I don't know if I showed you, I'll try to add some pictures if I actually rewatch this video and edit it properly. I picked up for very cheap, like almost nothing, a 1982 Honda, what do you call it? Somebody's messaging right now. Honda 200. And one of the things about the Honda 200 and the 185s is they have a seat with a certain peg pattern, and apparently they're not plastic, so they all rusted out and they became some of them aren't very valuable. Luckily there's a place online that makes seat covers and foam, but and one guy makes a fiberglass seat, but I didn't want a fiberglass one. I want an original metal one because I'm mentally unstable like that. So this is the one that came with the bike. It needs anybody can fix this. This is a little bit of a, this part is nice, but the rest is shit. It's quite the, it's got a little bit of problems. So, and the thing is a lot of seats out there, but there's these 4 pins, the problem. I wish I had another 200 bike and had the little middle piece, because maybe I could custom burn the frame and make a 3-pin seat, but I don't know if they're all the same. But I went online, searched for a month, and if I wasn't going to find one cheap enough, I was going to buy a fiberglass one. But they look okay, but I'm not impressed. No, I'm not usually impressed with fiberglass people that make them sell them. The thing I wasn't impressed with were these things. The person who made them, don't get me wrong, you made them, but the pins were just bolts, and I don't like the fact that you're sticking a bolt in there. I would have thought that you could have maybe machined out a piece, put in there, but that's just me. I'd be a little more parfait with it. So what I did is I found this. Got a slightly newer replacement. The only problem is this one right here. So I might see what gauge this metal is. Try not to, I don't know, burn a hole through it. It's pretty thin gauge metal, and I'm not sure if I want to mess with this, but I'm gonna have to. And I have a template I can use on this one for it. So I might put my welder on real low, and I got that one to practice on. But I'm going to completely strip this of rust. I can't, well, I could vapor rust if I wanted, but I have to put it in probably a little piece at a time. I don't think it'll fit in a 5-gallon pail, vapor rust, but I can always make a vapor rust bucket. I'm thinking of just wire wheeling it, and I'm gonna do some little chunk of welding on this corner. I was thinking of using a thicker piece of metal and just tacking it to it, because this is like, I've cut it back more, but I'm gonna make a little piece, try to get in there and try to I'm gonna have to go to my local hardware store and buy a piece of thin gauge metal, but it's in pretty good shape. So I'm gonna give it several coats of paint. There is foam on the way, and there's something else on the way, but should work, hopefully. The thing that sucks is these little things here. I'm thinking of, this is my crazy idea, of getting some fiberglass and maybe get a little band of fiberglass, some resin, and put a little fiberglass band all around. Just keep fiberglassing it on there, on the inside, and then put some more and some more until I get it thick enough where I can shoot a staple in it. That's one option. But because these little hooky things are, I'm gonna have to punch out another one here. Take a punch and practice punching this corner out, because that corner won't hold if I do that. With that said, it's in decent shape. It's okay. All else fails, I'll buy a fiberglass one, or I'll use this one as a mold, because it's pretty decent. And on top of that monstrosity, here's the rack. The rack is, I'm going to be doing some surgery on this one. Somebody cut the, see this. Somebody cut the loops off here. The little thing goes back. Also, this metal part here in the middle is Kaputski's. And I don't know if it's bent. It doesn't look, maybe it is bent. I might cut up one of my other old racks. And from here to here, see, it's a hole right here. I might cut it off here and cut it off here. Make an insert and weld a piece on here. And then grind off these little nubs. And there's a hole in here, I think. Yeah, weld that whole shut and see if I can just make it, because there's originally a little back rack. I'm gonna have to cut it off. I was thinking of the rest of it's okay. I was thinking I wanted to buy a new one or a decent replacement. Problem is why do I want to spend? They're $150 and $80 shipping. So do the math for a used rack. I'm gonna have to. I don't want to spend a lot of money on the bike, so it's the only thing I'm spending money on is a seat right now and a trunk lid. That's all I bought. I might buy a spark plug and if the engine turns over, it's a Honda. I'm hoping the engine's in nice shape. The gas tank, I'm gonna vapor rust that as soon as I get all this messed up. But this weekend or next week, I'm gonna play with this thing and try to get it back to somewhat decent shape. I'm just gonna replace this. I have to keep these that hold it on. These are everything except this middle piece. I don't know if you can see this, but it's got a little bit of a, I don't know what they were thinking cutting this out of here. It's got a little bit of a problem. So I'm gonna have to cut it right here. Just give it, I don't know, I might just cut the whole damn thing off, but I don't want to mess with this. So I might just cut it right here and here and see if I can fit a new pipe in there and just kind of slowly just this part right here. Grind it out and just re-weld it. Just slop it off this way, grind it all off and put it back on. This side's okay. You can tell I don't know what they did here. Look, there's even a frickin' some kind of, you can see this right here. Some kind of gouge in here. I'll fix that. I don't know if that's normal. I don't know what the hell they did. Somebody tried to hack this thing to pieces with a grinder. There's the rest of it seems like it's okay. I'm sure inside it's completely rusty. And I don't know. Maybe I'll put. Oh yeah, there's a little balloon mark going on here. It's ballooning over here. So for now, it's ballooning over here too. It's ballooning on this side. Move this out of the way. There's some ballooning right here too. So it doesn't look normal, does it? I'm guessing freezing cold temperatures, water's in there. Something buckled. It seems like it's. I'm gonna do a sloppy job. Weld it up, get it off line, and just put it back on because there's a couple of holes. There's a hole in here. I guess that's for water leakage, or just rusted out. No, it's probably a water hole. Yeah, there's two holes here. Probably put another hole in there. Maybe this is for. No. I have to beat that. This must have been ice ripping it open because it's not a. So anyway, a little work on this. I'm gonna do this week, and when I break open the welder, I'm also gonna tack weld one of the holes on my other rack that was over here. It's now over there. I'm gonna tack weld one of the holes. If you can see my face here. One of the what do you call it? Rack. There's the mounting points. It's stripped, and I don't want to put a bigger bolt, so I'm gonna put a bead of weld in there because it should be soft enough. I'm gonna drill a new hole and retap it because there's all the bolts have been taken out except that one doesn't work. I retapped them all. It was over here. I think. Oh, it's over there. I moved it. One bolt at a weld. After that, I'm gonna send that to be blasted and cleaned. And I might send this one out too. I mean, why not? It's not gonna be perfect, but I'll have a bike with a unique rack frame that was cut off. At least I fixed it. But I do have some completely, utterly destroyed racks. Or I'm gonna see if I can buy another piece of pipe with the same OD or diameter. So I think it's 7/8. Let me check. What's the diameter of this thing? Need a tape measure. The diameter of this is, what is it? 3/4 inch? Yeah, 7/8 of an inch. So if I get a 7/8 inch bar, I want to make I'm going to machine out an insert, put it on one side and make it so I pull it back out and weld it so it stays in there good. There's no point in cutting it out, putting a new one on. Even on the ends here, I could put it. That's the good thing about having a lathe. And what I learned is you cut a slit in it so you can take and push it over and all the way around. I'm not a pipe welder, I'm just a hack. So stay tuned and I will be making a video with that. So yeah, thanks for watching, Toodles, and there's actual work videos coming, me doing stuff. So like and subscribe.